Live from clickorlando.com and WKMG, we're getting results in your neighborhood. Now it's 6:30.
This is News 6 at 6:30, getting results. Thank you so much for joining us here live on News 6 Plus. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
And I'm Justin Mormith. Well, an ID card to protect immigrants from being questioned by authorities. That is the latest move from advocates to help those being detained.
And as News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez explains, the push to get immigrants educated on their rights has been ongoing, and it's something the Trump administration says has impacted their arrest numbers.
National Hispanic Corporate Achievers has launched an identity card program to protect the civil rights of undocumented immigrants.
It is a card that says, I have a lawyer. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't ask me any questions.
The nonprofit partnered with Suarez Law Firm to create these cards. The IDs will be used to invoke the cardholder's right to an attorney. Suarez says the ID won't stop the legal process, but will protect undocumented immigrants from revealing their status to officers.
Once you have the initial stop and that justification, and they start asking further questions, and the person says, well, I don't have a license, I'm from Guatemala, I have my papers, I don't have it. Well, now you just put your foot in your mouth and you've heightened a misdemeanor into a felony, and you got problems.
The card will have a QR code that can be scanned to verify they have an attorney, and Suarez's office will provide the card holders with case numbers to prove they've been retained.
This is a national law that once a person invokes his right to a lawyer, police officers must stop questioning him.
Getting people educated on their rights is a strategy immigration advocates around the nation are using. The president's border czar told CNN roughly 14,000 migrants have been arrested so far, but he's not happy with the pace, and initiatives like this are impacting their operations.
Sanctuary cities are making it very difficult to arrest the criminals. For instance, Chicago, very well educated. They've been educated how to defy ICE, how to hide from ICE. And I've seen many pamphlets from many NGOs. Here's how you escape ICE from arresting you. Here's what you need to do. They call it Know Your Rights. I call it How to Escape Arrest.
Obtaining the card will cost an administrative fee that has yet to be determined, but Ramos says he expects the 5,000 available IDs will be purchased in no time.
I have people waiting. I have right now out of my office, 5 people have called that are coming into the office next week to get the card. But people are becoming aware, and that just goes to show you the fear that people have.
In Orlando, Stephanie Rodriguez, Getting Results, News 6.
All right, time now to look at that forecast. The weekend is here.
Oh, I can feel it.
Oh, it
I
started
can smell
out
it.
chill. Yeah, is that what that smell?
It smells like barbecue.
It smells great.
Like moose.
It smells like maybe a little fire pit action, meteorologist Jonathan Kegas.
Yes, that is perfect fire pit weather. You could smell it a little bit in the air last night. Some people with the fireplaces. Oh yeah, it's back. We can feel that. It's been back for the last, 24 hours, give or take. And we're going to keep it, at least for the short term anyway, these crisp evenings. We're back to 59 in Titusville, 52 in Oviedo. Good evening in Palm Bay. We're at 59 degrees. Same deal for us in Amico, Palm Coast. We are checking in at 49. Clouds are going to go on the increase tonight. We're watching a system. It's a weak one developing out closer to Louisiana into Texas, working across the Gulf Coast tonight. We're going to notice it first and foremost over the next couple of days as a very slight opportunity for a few sprinkles. We'll notice the clouds going to increase, though, as we increase some moisture. But in tonight, it's going to be very nice if you like it on the chilly side. Might want the jacket if you're heading out over the next couple of hours. We're at 51 degrees by 9, 49 by 11. The temperatures don't fall as much because of the extra clouds coming in through the overnight hours anyway. We're going to see temperatures on the rise over the next several days, but also pinpointing rain chances going up as well. We're going to talk about that as we get ready to round out your weekend and start next work week. We'll break that down coming up at about 6:47, guys.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. 2 weeks after she and her best friend were both bitten by a shark on a Bahamas vacation, this young woman is in the hospital. She was, and now she's getting ready to go home.
Yeah, News 6's Jane Sparvero takes us to the emotional moment in Melbourne.
She's traveled from hospitals in Bimini to here in Melbourne, and now the Sea Pines Rehab Facility just allowed me to join their staff to send off Riley Decker. She's 20 years old. After all the surgeries and rehab, she's finally healthy enough to go home. Riley was able to talk to reporters just before she left the hospital, and she was joined by her friend Summer, who was also bit on their vacation when they went swimming in Bimini Bay. This is a picture of Riley's leg underneath that cast. It's graphic, so I've blurred it, but judging by the size of the bite, you get the idea just how big that bull shark was.
My Achilles was severed, so they repaired that as best they could, and my calf, like my muscles, were also severed from the bite, so they repaired that to the best of their ability.
So you're close friends who are undoubtedly even closer now.
Yeah.
Is there anything about resilience that you taught each other through this process?
The fact that she didn't know her foot was bit because she was so worried about getting me help and making sure I was okay just shows a lot about who she is as a person.
I'm happy that it was with you because I think
I wouldn't want to.
It could break a friendship, but
yeah,
it definitely
no,
didn't.
I wouldn't have wanted to get
support.
bit by a shark with anyone else. So.
Riley and Summer know how lucky they are. The medical director here confirms that.
When a bull shark bites you, and it's one of the strongest and fiercest sharks, they don't usually like to bite humans. So I think that had something to do with why she survived and why she still had the leg attached, is because the shark let go of her leg at that point.
And Dr. Juan says Riley still has months of recovery ahead of her. But for now, he and his staff are just happy she's healthy enough to make her way home. In Melbourne, Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, Getting Results News 6.
I'm so happy that she is on her way home too. And she said she was afraid she was going to lose her leg or her foot, but it looks like she's going to make a full recovery.
I can
It's
only
just going to take a
imagine,
while.
like, the chain. You're having fun on vacation, then suddenly,
You're
boom,
not
you're
having fun.
being medevaced out of there,
Yeah.
going to the hospital, going to back home to the hospital.
It's insane.
I mean, what a recovery
Yeah.
ahead, but I'm glad that they're doing okay.
For
Well,
sure.
it is the talk at every grocery store in Central Florida, really America. Egg prices seem to keep going up.
Mm-hmm.
They have. They've jumped 170% since 2019, 15% in January alone.
We've all been clucking about
We
it.
have.
So, but imagine if you didn't just rely on eggs for your omelet. What if they were your livelihood? News 6 anchor Matt Austin spent the day with a local egg producer who has seen a huge influx in business.
The sign outside this small Kissimmee egg farm is no yoke. In the backyard, the owner, Wagner, is the definition of having all his eggs in one basket.
I saw a sign out front that said sold out.
Yes, sir.
You can't keep the eggs here.
No, because the production, I didn't increase the production already, but the demand grew like 3-4 times.
Wow.
So
What started as a bootstrapped 12-chicken operation has blossomed into 300 egg-producing hens.
You take pride in these chickens, huh?
of course,
Are these like your babies?
they are my babies.
On his quaint 2.5-acre farm, Wagner pasture raises these chickens, feeding them corn and scraps from his own table.
These home-raised chickens eat some bread from the table, some corn.
The chickens peck and eat all day like little teenagers.
These little things each eat a quarter
Yes,
pound?
They eat all day long.
So we've shown you the chickens. Now we're showing you what they produce. This is something you'll probably never see at your local grocery store. Different shapes, different sizes and colors. And while the prices have gone up for you, they've gone up here as well.
The price for this feed has skyrocketed since Wagner started producing eggs in 2020. He's been forced to raise prices from $5 per dozen to $8. And Wagner's future has even gotten more expensive. These are 1,000 little chicks he just purchased to catch up with demand.
So when you first got into this game, to get a baby chick, it was about $2.
Yes,
What does it cost you now?
$6.
3 times the price, and it's only been 4 years?
Yes, sir.
That's astronomical.
Yes.
Because of the avian flu, egg producers like Wagner cannot bring outside people into his coops. He shot this video for us. Even though Florida farmers have mostly avoided the avian flu, 21 million birds in 8 other states have been killed, cutting supply, which increases demand.
The system is putting a lot of pressure on my shoulders, and I have to keep my business, so I pay the price.
But this local farmer says the biggest issue causing you to pay more money.
No, it's corporate greed.
Corporate greed.
Yes, sir. It's almost a monopoly. When you go to the grocery store, you see a plenty of brands. 40% belongs to the same company. That just differentiation.
Different name
different,
on the cart.
Different brand names.
What do you know?
Yeah, huge shock there.
Oh my goodness.
But to get the inside look at what he's up to, what it takes, and I mean, he's got 1,000 more. But watching that, I just kept thinking to myself,
do you want some land?
I kind of want a little bit of land. I kind of want a handful of chickens. Like, how nice would it be to just, fresh eggs?
It was just nice seeing that. We weren't even there, but it was relaxing to see that video. I know it's stressful for him because he's got to take care of so
he
much.
has something to do,
And Matt was also saying that those little chicks you saw, in 6 months, they can lay eggs. So they're going to be cranking it out pretty soon.
They skip a few steps in life.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. What a cool story.
Yeah. So let's take a look at what's trending right now on Central Florida's #1 news website, clickorlando.com. The nearly 9-foot statue of Jesus blesses the fish and waters just off Florida's coast in the Keys. It's anchored in Key Largo's Dry Rocks Reef, which is located in John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park, the first underwater park in the United States. That's beautiful.
It is, and that means you'll have to search the seafloor to find it. So you can go to clickorlando.com. We have some directions, some insight into the statue's origin and journey to the Sunshine State.
Yeah, I think they modeled it after Christ the Redeemer, because that's what it looks like right there.
Yeah, it does look similar. Wow. I had no idea that was there. That's why we're doing these stories. Yeah.
And here are some of the other trending stories right now on clickorlando.com. A Florida House panel approved a proposal to fill every nursing home room with granny cams. Those allow family members and guardians to watch loved ones living in those homes. Clickorlando.com details the debate between safety and privacy.
And plans to transform Orlando's former Stonewall Bar into a multi-concept restaurant, a cafe, tapas bar, or Tapa Bar, an event venue, all in one. ClickOrlando.com has those details of the concept that is titled Heat Wave.
Oh, nice. Well, the miracle of sound now belongs to a determined 3-year-old.
News 6 listened in as she got an implant that is changing her life for the better.
First, though, a new Black History Museum is coming to Brevard County during Black History Month. News 6's Laverne McGee is getting a sneak peek before it opens tomorrow.
You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus. We're getting results in Christmas celebration in all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, as we know, February is Black History Month, and in Brevard County, a brand new Black History Museum is about to open up.
News 6's Laverne McGee gives us a sneak peek before it opens tomorrow.
I'm here in South Melbourne for Black History Month. I'm so excited to be here with James Shackelford. He is one of the creators of a new Black History Museum here.
Happy to show you the Melbourne Founders Museum at Crane Creek. This is the original home of Wright and Mary Brothers, the founders of Crane Creek, which is now called Melbourne. I'd like to show you. This room depicts Melbourne in the early 20s, which was a mill town. There's several rooms of history. There was 3 men that came to the area after slavery. They were former slaves. They came here, founded Melbourne. It is significant that these are slaves, former slaves, had nothing.
What's the significance of this Bible?
This Bible is more than 100 years old. It is the Bible from the AME Church. The AME Church in Melbourne, Greater Island Chapel, was founded in this room, and that's the reason the Bible is here, to depict founding of a church, which is the church across the street.
So James, your grand opening is tomorrow. It's very exciting. Why should people come and learn about this history?
I think it's important that people understand and know those type things about the city in which they live.
Thanks so much for giving us a sneak peek, James. I'm so glad I got to come and see this. You can find out more information on clickorlando.com. In Melbourne, Laverne McGee, Getting Results, News 6.
Oh, I hope people just really line up to see them for opening day tomorrow. But what a great history lesson for all of us.
I love a history lesson, and that is the place to do it. I mean, talk about it. That's an afternoon for sure. And by the way, February is almost over, but Black history is celebrated year-round. Should be all over. We especially take care of it here at News 6. If anyone in your community is making a difference and has a story to share, please share that with us at clickorlando.com/Black History Month. All right, here's a live look now over Daytona Beach. Sun setting on this Friday.
I don't mean to catcall.
Oh, let's catcall. We can catcall all we need to. Looking over Daytona Beach. I mean, it's almost bike week, right? And plenty of catcalling occurs during bike week. And so I think it was very fitting, Ginger. And I know that's where you were going with it. I had to pick up the, and tell
No, it's fine.
everyone.
It's fine.
Just kidding. But nevertheless, it's going to be a nice weekend, Jonathan.
It is, yeah. We're going to see, I think, a few extra clouds, a stray shower, but otherwise it's going to be pretty nice. So we're going to be on the drier side. I think going forward over the next couple of days, Monday I realize when we increase that rain chance. So you're going to see rain chance on the 7-day forecast of what I'm getting at for the weekend. But for the most part, we're a little warmer and it's going to be pretty dry. Another chilly night coming our way. Not as cold as what we saw, woke up to this morning. A couple of showers in the mix again this weekend, but as we just talked about, pretty nice weekend coming our way. It's really once we get back to work on Monday when those rain chances really start to ramp up a little bit. Then we go on a warming trend to get us back to where we should be for this time of the year. We're going to look back, though, at February so far. Look at all the warmth. Any orange box on here was an above normal afternoon. Any blue box was below normal. So we've only had 2 of those. We will get a third. That is for today. That'll become official late tonight, really at 2 o'clock in the morning. We get that official number to come in and get that stamp official, and then we'll see it turn blue on the box there. We're at 52 right now in Leesburg, 51 in Mount Dora, 49 degrees in DeLand, 48 right now in Palm Coast. Now here's a look at your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
A chilly night tonight, not as cold as what we woke up to this morning. We're back to 48 in Leesburg, also that mark in Groveland. Pine Hills are back to the upper 40s, 49 in Orlando, 51 degrees in Oviedo. We're back to 49 in Palm Coast, a little bit warmer along the Space Coast. Rain chances non-existent overnight. Now, once we get to tomorrow, I'll show you in future radar in just 1 second. We'll see a few showers try to stream on through. Otherwise, though, we'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine. We're back to around 70 in Mount Dora. Good afternoon to be out in Mount Dora tomorrow. 70 in Sanford. We're back to the upper 60s in Daytona Beach and in Palm Coast, New Smyrna. Good evening. We are back in the upper 60s as well. There's our next system. Right now, the rain associated with it is back towards Texas and Louisiana. It's not that impressive. It's not going to be impressive, but nonetheless, you see those clouds trying to stream across the Gulf. That is where we're getting in on some of the extra moisture coming down the pipeline. That's what we will see tomorrow. So there's 9 o'clock tonight. Notice again the extra clouds around once we get into tomorrow. There's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. Same kind of deal, those extra clouds around. That'll prevent our temperatures from plummeting again overnight tonight. That'll keep us, relatively speaking anyway, a bit warmer, but nonetheless, we're not going to be as cold. It's still jacket worthy, though, when you wake up tomorrow morning. Now here's a look at your pinpoint accurate 7-day forecast. Back to around 70 over the weekend. Rain chances go up. That 30% you see on Sunday, guys, that's late on Sunday night. I think we're going to be dry for most of the weekend. Rain chances go up to the early morning hours at 40% on Monday, and a little cooler as a result of the extra clouds as well. And then we're back to where we should be on Tuesday, mid-70s, then upper 70s on Wednesday and Thursday. Rain chances start to creep back in with our next system, guys, before another little chill comes our way to end next work week.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. Our next stop on the road is Oviedo. If you live or work in that community, let us know what makes it so special, or if you have any concerns you want us to look into, head to clickorlando.com/hitstheroad to share your story. I remember you did a story on Oviedo. You've done many. They have chickens or what do they have?
How much time we got? For a long time, they have this restaurant. Gosh, put me on the spot. The Town and Country. It's been there. It's an institution in Oviedo, and they have chickens and roosters, and they kind of just graze. And then there have been those roosters have like disappeared, then they return.
Come back.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole saga. But I do love Oviedo, and I know I got a hunch there'll be plenty to talk about when it comes to the traffic, to the growth, to development, and trying to stop that.
For sure.
We got lots to talk about.
Coming up on Monday, could leaders in one local city change their mind when it comes to adding fluoride to the water?
Who's now calling for a revote just weeks after their initial decision? Plus your pinpoint weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
We'll see you Monday for News 6 Morning starting at 5 a.m.
Well, it is always great seeing kids get to experience things we take for granted for the very first time. And one child actually had something similar happen to them recently right here in Central Florida.
News 6 photojournalist Charles Holmes was there as a little girl got to hear out of one of her ears for the first time.
So today, this patient was activated with her cochlear implant, so she was able to hear for the first time from that ear.
Okay. So Jolene got her cochlear implants today, and we have been in this process since she was born. They tested her, so it's been 3, almost 4 years. She got her first hearing aid when she was 3 months.
There's nothing she can't do, but it's awesome. I can't wait for her to be able to hear.
Then the next part is the one that plays the little beeping sounds. Remember, that ear hasn't heard sound before, so that can be overwhelming. She may show a reaction at that point. If she doesn't show a reaction, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. So very exciting because she was born without hearing on that ear. So to be able to give her this opportunity to hear is incredible because we know that that's going to have a positive impact on her life moving forward.
I look forward to her speaking more. She socializes really well, but she will use her hand gestures and just she's so good at making friends, but her just like talking to people.
Hi. In the car? Are they in the truck? Yeah.
Just knowing that she's being able to hear and just knowing that everything went as accordingly and she'll eventually get to hear.
Jolene.
Hi.
That's awesome. That's the sweetest thing. I'm so glad that that's how we're ending the show today.
Me too, with some waterworks.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
Wow.
So happy
Great
that
stop.
she got to have that happen. Hey, thank you so much for watching News 6 at 6:30. Stream News 6 online anytime on our News 6 Plus Smart TV app.
We break news on clickorlando.com. See you back at 11. Hope you have a great night.